In this training, we're going to take a look at the first created and last updated field types. These fields give us information about who created a record and who touched it last. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. First created and the last updated fields are going to give us a lot of information that helps us determine who's working with records and also who created them in the first place. So let's go ahead and hop into my screen for this example. And the first thing I want to point out is that these two fields by default already exist in every single app you build inside of SmartSuite. So in order to access them, we have to first go to Fields to Display. So please note that you don't have to create these fields. They already exist for you. You just have to bring them into your view if you want to see them. So here we are. If I scroll on down, we're going to see the first created, last updated fields right here. So I'll add them to this particular view by removing them from the left side and adding them to the right side, thereby putting them in the selected fields section. Once I click out of here, we're now going to see those two fields, first created and last updated. So you can see that this particular record was first created on November 3rd by me. This is my avatar inside of SmartSuite, and that it was last updated by me on November 5th, today, the day of recording. So what are our choices here? Well, one thing we can do is go into the modified field settings here, and we can change the display format. We can choose just to show the avatar, we can choose just to show the date, or we can include the avatar and date. Now, of course, this is going to give us a lot of information. Not only who created the record, but also when was it created, in the case of the first created field. And then also with last updated, same options. Modify field settings, we have those display formats here, and this is going to show us not only who did it, but also when it was last updated. Now, one other thing to point out inside of my modified field settings is I can also go to the days ago format. So if I want to see how many days ago it was last updated, I can switch to that. And in that case, I'm going to see, oh, well, in this case, it was today. So it's actually telling me 35 minutes ago. And if I were to make a change to this particular field, let's say I change the name, give it just a moment, and you see that last updated changes to just a few seconds ago because I made a change to the record. Same with first created here. If I go into those field settings, I can also look at the days ago here to see how old a record is. So if I don't want to just look at the date, now I can see 2 days ago is when this came into existence. So there we go. There's a lot you can do with first created and last updated fields that are going to help your team stay on track. So if you missed any of this, be sure to go back and rewatch, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.